Subscribe to MDR. Like for more.
It was a while back that I talked about the thrill, hype and excitement I felt anticipating SRK's return in his upcoming film Pathaan. After posting that video just a day earlier, the trailer announcing the release date of the actual film comes out. However, just as I prepared myself to write my thoughts after watching that very cool and mysterious teaser, I realized that they had released a teaser for Tiger 3 as well. It's a great time to be alive, I just have to say that, I'm sorry. There's no doubt that these are two huge films, but here's the problem. They're coming out months apart, a first for both Khans since 2017. Their last big-scale action release together was more than a decade ago. In any case, these were two completely different films that just belong to the same genre. This time around though, the unique thing is that both Pathan and Tiger 3 are set in the same universe, so we can expect to see Tiger and Pathan and Tiger 3. If I am not mistaken, this is the first time in history that Salman and Shah Rukh are appearing in the same action franchise that will have a number of releases. And in order to provide a more accurate presentation of my thoughts on this, I rewatched both Ek Tha Tiger and Tiger Zinda Hai, and I researched who's going to direct Tiger 3 and how both might tie in. Now, I believe that Pathaan will be a very action-oriented film where SRK will play an anti-hero who transforms into a hero as the narrative of the film progresses. He'll be a sort of vigilante, like sort of Batman-ish. And it seems he will get involved with the female lead character as well, which is very obvious, I guess, who will be chasing him throughout the film. On the other hand, the first Tiger film, Ek Tha Tiger, was directed by Kabir Khan, and thus it had his mix of humor, romance, and was an overall action film with a backdrop of love as its central theme. With Tiger Zinda Hai, we had a very different film. Ali Abbas Zafar, the director, who had made what was largely an extraction film. For more in-depth analysis of both these films, you'll have to stick with the channel for a little while. Anyways, in this sense, the second Tiger film was very different to the first one, which is good, I guess. It was less realistic, but more stylish, and it also wasn't as varied as the first film. And even though I like the songs in the second film, you have to agree that the songs in the first film are better. I'm sorry. But it was still a good film to watch on the big screen as the high-budget action film it so clearly was. But with Tiger 3, I do feel that it will be much more focused on the aspects of love with action as the backdrop. It won't be like Tiger 2, it'll be much more like the first film, but sort of in reverse. Because Manish Sharma, the director of the film, is very good at making romance comedies. His earlier work like Band Baja Barat and Dum Laga Ke Haisha are all great small-town love stories that say a lot through simpler screenplays, as peculiar as they may be. Thus, it'll be interesting to see whether Tiger 3 will build up to a fourth release or whether it'll be the last one. I wonder. But let's now address the question, which of the two is the bigger film? Not just in terms of box office, but in manners of which will be the better film. This is quite hard to tell without actually having seen both the films, especially with Siddharth Anand, the director of Pathaan, who had made a relatively good action film, as so lacking as it felt to me. I do think that Pathaan will be a good action film, but it'll be interesting to see whether it'll have the heart that the Tiger films have managed to have so far. Of course, Tiger 3 has an edge over Pathaan because we already have two of the previous films there. Nonetheless, Pathaan has the opportunity to create something completely original and new. In the end, whichever of the two comes out as the biggest film, I'm just happy to see both. I hope you will be too. And I guess that is the point at the end, right? That we're here to enjoy films. Thank you for watching. You're telling me you haven't subscribed yet? You have, but you haven't liked the video yet. You have, but you haven't told me your thoughts in the comments? Come on, man. And don't spread any hate. There's enough of that already.